Hey guys, Yumi here again, and today I'm getting the Mastery Dog Tag for the MTAR-21, a very interesting little carbine in Battlefield 4, and since carbines are cross-class weapons, I was able to use this in a lot of different, more dynamic situations, and therefore made it much easier for me to get this Mastery Dog Tag. Not to say it wasn't very irritating at some certain parts, but it was a lot easier since I was able to use this with stuff like the Medic class. So starting out with the MTAR-21, it has a very fast fire rate, one of the higher fire rates in the game, and this makes it very easy to kill people in close quarters. Now, you do have to be mindful because since it is a bullpup weapon, it has a longer reload, so if you're in exclusive close quarters situations, it can screw you over if you burn through that mag too fast or if you don't leave enough bullets in there. So you need to be mindful, and basically every time you kill a guy, if you have enough time, make sure you reload so that you don't run out of bullets, because I did find myself running out of bullets a lot, so then it would be really helpful to have a good handy handgun that you could follow up with, because you will find yourself running out of bullets a lot because of its really high fire rate. Not to say that this is a negative thing, because the high fire rate is really amazing in close quarters. It'll absolutely shred through people, and that is why this gun is a favorite among a lot of Battlefielders. In a lot of ways, the MTAR does give the ACWR a bit of a run for its money. Now, this is apart from the longer reload and a bit more inaccuracy, but in the long run, it really isn't going to make that big of a difference if you learn the MTAR as well as you learn the ACWR. There won't be that big of a difference between them, and this is mostly due to the fire rate, so you're going to notice pretty much a very similar kill time in close quarters and medium range as well. So it's pretty much as good of a carbine as the ACR whenever you don't take into account the reload speed. Now on to the reload speed. As I said before, it has quite of a lengthy reload speed, and that is because it's a bullpup weapon, and in Battlefield 4 DICE really likes giving bullpup weapons longer reloads. What bullpup means is the clip goes behind the trigger instead of in front of it, like with standard rifles like AKs, M16s, and ACRs, and this means that you're able to compound the weapon into a smaller size, have the same length barrel into a smaller weapon, making a gun that is good for close quarters as well as for medium and long range. And bullpup weapons are becoming more and more accepted in different countries in the world. In fact, the US is one of the only countries that hasn't accepted a bullpup weapon as its standard rifle yet. And one of the MTAR-21's most outstanding features is a pretty amazing hipfire. Now, another trait of bullpup weapons in Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 is they give them really good hipfire accuracy, or at least moderately good. And the MTAR's is pretty damn good. It's about as good as maybe some of the less noticeable PDWs, some of the PDWs with less good hipfire, so it's not the absolute best in the game like say the P90, but it is probably the best of all of the carbines and definitely better than anything the assault rifles have to offer. So this means in close quarters, just don't even worry about zooming in, aiming down sight, just fire away, and it's probably going to be more effective than actually aiming down sight, so it'll take much less time. So even if the enemy catches you off guard, you'll still be able to hose them down with this gun. One of the things that I noticed about this gun in the past few days while I was trying to grind through and get those 500 kills is it is not that good of a gun at medium and long range. That definitely is not its strong suit, because it has a lot of recoil and quite a bit of, especially side-to-side recoil, and a pretty inaccurate spread as well, so you can do many bursts at an enemy and not take them down sometimes. And it might just be me, it might just be because I suck, but eventually I was able to start taking out guys easier, I guess, as I got used to the gun. I was able to take out more guys at medium range and beyond, but whenever I was first starting out, it was extremely aggravating that it was just so difficult to take out guys, and I was really glad once I started to get used to the gun, because man, that was getting extremely annoying. And after using this gun for a while, I really did start thinking about how much I wanted them to put the actual TAVOR 21 in the game. Now, you guys might not know this, but the MTAR-21 just stands for Miniature TAVOR Assault Rifle 21, which is an assault rifle from Israel. really. If you played Modern Warfare 2, the MTAR-21 was an assault rifle in that game, and it's a pretty awesome assault rifle in real life. It's very accurate, very powerful, 5.56mm, and very reliable. So I really want them to put this into Battlefield 4. I think it'd be a very good addition to the game. So I definitely was trying to play the MTAR-21 to its strengths, so I was sticking to Team Deathmatch and only went to Conquest if it was on maps like Pearl Market or Operation Lockers, because really if you go out to those longer range you're gonna get destroyed with this gun. It's really basically just a close quarters gun. It's not as good as the ACR, so it's not as versatile, so yeah, it's kind of a gun that's exclusive to close quarter situations. Not saying you can't do good in longer ranges, but it's just much more difficult, and it's definitely not recommended. So I did have a bit of fun with this game, and I got the Mastery dog tag with it in this game on Pearl Market, so I do understand why this gun is pretty popular among a lot in the community, and I might use it quite a bit more often afterwards, because I really only had like just over 200 kills with it when I first started trying to get the Mastery dog tag for it. So there we go, another weapon down and many more left to go. 500 kills is actually kind of a grind whenever you start getting to those weapons that are really low down, because for a lot of them there's a reason why they're pretty low down, is because most of them kind of suck, which kind of isn't really the case with the CZ805. I have like 700 kills with that weapon for some reason. But yeah, if there's another weapon that you guys would like me to do, make sure you say it down in the comments and I will definitely consider doing it. Please no pistols, just because that isn't very exciting of a video unless I was doing something like a hand cannon, and to be honest I don't use them very much. So please leave your requests down in the comments section, and if you guys like this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And this is Yummy. Goodbye and good hunting.